Now, a fellow finance professional asked me a couple of weeks ago, what are the key skills required to become a fantastic accountant? And, I was thinking to myself, rather than focusing perhaps on skills per se or straight away, I suggested maybe let's focus on the root of why we need the certain skills in the first place. And that comes back in my mind to mastering three value disciplines. And then knowing those will then allow us to understand what skills are required to become a fantastic accountant. But before jumping straight in and answering these, how about we ask why bother in the first place about becoming a fantastic accountant? I mean, why does it matter, and for whom does it matter anyway? Well, to do this, I sort of draw from history, understanding the past so we can move forward into the future. And as accountants and finance professionals, some of you may recall me saying this previously, I do believe we have an important role to play in society. In fact, we've been doing it for many thousands of years, all the way back to Babylonian times when we started recording transactions on clay tablets. And whether we've been recording those on those clay tablets, as I said, the paper ledgers, spreadsheets, or ERP systems, we've been doing this consistently and consolidating those transactions, both financial and more lately non-financial, to give more accurate and complete pictures of the possible performance of our economies, but also our businesses as well in those economies, and helping the stakeholders making the key decisions underpinning those, such as the shareholders, governments, communities, colleagues, with real quality value add financial insights. So look, that I don't know about you, but I think it's amazing the role we've been playing and have the opportunity to play into the future. But I do think relatively recently in our profession, perhaps say the last 150 years or so, the expectations upon us have probably started accelerating. And I've shared one of the well-known timelines I've been using, but in essence, what you find is that we've had a number of industrial revolutions that have introduced new technologies and new demands upon us, and it's actually been quite difficult for us to continue to be fantastic accountants, so to say, because what was fantastic 4,000 years ago hasn't been meeting the same definition as fantastic in the last 150 years. And even if we look around ourselves lately, what was a fantastic accountant even 5 years ago is probably not the same as it is today, right? So look, it's worth being a fantastic accountant because of the role we play in society, but to do so, we need to tap into what our, I suppose, stakeholders really value and develop some disciplines around those. And that's why I believe there's three value disciplines for us to work towards and develop assets or capabilities towards to become fantastic accountants. So the first of those is the supplying or delivering leading edge insights that create more value for our stakeholders. The second is the ability to intimately know their needs so we can appropriately guide and influence their decisions, as well as the third one, which is to help put those insights into practice to operationalize in effect the decisions that have been made in an excellent way to better impact the numbers. And then it goes full circle. It's taking those numbers and developing the insights again. So it becomes a very positive wheel and a positive motion that we can go and create and capture value for our stakeholders and businesses we serve. So by looking at what our stakeholders want, we can then figure out as finance professionals what fantastic looks like. In effect, master these three disciplines, the leading edge insights, customer intimacy and influence, and impact with operational excellence, we then earn the right to be known as a fantastic accountant. So look, how do you become a fantastic accountant? Well, let's keep it with threes, right? Answer these three questions. One, are you delivering leading edge insights to your stakeholders, creating more value for them? And you're doing this because you're getting testimonials from your manager, or your manager's getting testimonials from the organization that you're supporting about the insights you've been developing and helping them with. Second question, do you know intimately all your stakeholders' haves and wants? I highly encourage you capture those on a stakeholder analysis template. We had that in one of our previous shows. Or if you search the term on our website, the tool will pop up for you. And three, have you been involved with developing controls to report on the value you've created for your stakeholders. Like, would you be considered like a trusted sparring partner by them? And would they validate any entries you put into your value log? So by that I mean, do you or can you quantify the value you've contributed, and would they sign off on that? So you may notice that these questions, I've mentioned nothing about developing in any key skills to become a fantastic accountant, just perhaps having this value creation mindset to get to these value disciplines, mastering these value disciplines. And I only mentioned a couple of tools to do that. You know, this isn't rocket science, it's just adapting our mindsets perhaps in the right way, in a way that keeps up with the rapid rates of change by tapping into the customer or stakeholder expectations so we can keep on top of what it is that matters to them most. And to do that as well, I've actually, I suppose, and to help in that journey and that sort of shift in mindset, I developed a tool, the Value Potential Pulse, which I mentioned before. It's a diagnostic web app. It can be completed in 5 minutes on your phone to take your pulse on understanding how you're effectively delivering on or moving towards these 3 value disciplines. Or if that investment of 5 minutes of time is probably too much effort, why not just tune into our guest mentors that come on each and every week onto the Strength in the Numbers show to deconstruct and share with you their stories and hard-won lessons on how they've practically figured out on how to become fantastic accountants, so you can too, which will ultimately help you learn how to leverage your strengths better and meet those value disciplines faster than you would otherwise, and actually probably in a more fun, rewarding way for you and your career and also those around you. So look, hope you really enjoyed this episode. If you did, please let your friends, your colleagues know about it. We're on all the major platforms, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud and YouTube. And we really appreciated you investing your time with us today. So until next time, take care and let's keep on building our strength in the numbers.